What's up, party people? For those of you that don't know me, I am Phyllis Thompson, and I am one of the industry's leading hormone hacking for weight loss coaches. And tonight we are talking about the holidays, obviously, right? Because Christmas is what, 6 days away? So it is statistically shown, or statistics show, because I can't talk, that people will gain between 5 to 7 pounds during the holiday season. And that just doesn't have to happen. So tonight we're talking about me hacking your holidays and giving you the blueprint, the game plan, the easy button, so that that doesn't happen to you and you can still enjoy the holidays. So it all can be a win-win for you, right? So I have to pull out my notes. I'm going to give you a few hacks on how to enjoy this holiday season without gaining 5 to 7 or more pounds. So I'm going to move all these little pop-ups out of the way so that I can see comments and questions, because I want you guys to ask questions if you have them so I can answer them. I'm going to give you a few simple tips. So one, make sure you're getting your water. Don't stray too far away from your routine, right? I know you're super busy, but you have to take care of yourself. So a few things I'm going to mention is basically simple stuff like sticking to your routine. Um, what is that thing they tell you to do on a plane? You put your mask on first, because otherwise you can't take care of the person, your loved one next to you. So if you're running around doing all the things, being all the things to everybody, and you're not making yourself a priority, it's going to stress you out even more. It could possibly make you sick, because when you are overly stressed or chronically stressed, your immune system takes a hit. And it just makes you not a happy camper, right? You're gonna have a short temper with the poor people in retail having to deal with us. So we just want to make it a happy, enjoyable holiday season. So stick to your routine. And that means getting your water in, starting with 100 ounces a day, right? You want to make sure you're going for a minimum of half your body weight in ounces. But if you're shooting for 100, that'll make sure you're hydrated for all the ripping and running that you have to do, right? And it's going to keep you from snacking, right? It is so easy to fall victim to the tomfoolery out there with the fast food industry and all the holiday goodness. Don't even get me on a rant about some of the stuff that's being marketed to us. But anyway, it's going to make it easier for you to stick to your game plan, stick to your plan, and not give in to temptation. Because it's often that thirst is mistaken for hunger when you're just hungry. And if you're dehydrated, then you could possibly mistake that for hunger. So if you're getting 100 ounces of water in, then that's going to take care of that. Check that one off, right? Eat protein at every meal. Protein is going to make you feel satisfied longer. So if you're eating protein at every meal, it leaves less room or false interpretation of you needing something more, right? It leaves less room for reaching for the things that are going to move you further away from your goal and zap you of energy. Like all of those high sugar, high carb treats out there are going to look tempting to you, and they're going to smell good, and it's going to get the senses going. But guess what they do? They zap your energy. They give you an initial sugar high, but then you go on a crash and you feel like you need something more. Protein is going to combat all that. The best way to combat an afternoon slump, instead of reaching for something from the vending machine or one of those high sugar, high fat Christmas coffee tomfoolery drinks, you can see what gets me going, right? That annoys the heck out of me. Opt for a clean protein, because it's going to give you the energy boost that you need without that afternoon crash. Eat a healthy fat at every meal, right? Healthy fats are plant-based fats. So I actually love a half an avocado with lemon and sea salt on it. That is the perfect snack, right? So opt for fat at every meal. Make sure you can make your own salad dressings. They are mad easy to make. A nice healthy fat base with some spices, some vinegar if that's what it calls for. Um, Limit half a cup or one serving of starchy carbs on most days for each meal, right? So you want to keep that low, because that's going to increase bloat, increase inflammation in the body, and it's going to, depending on what that starchy carb is too, right? It could trigger you wanting or having the feeling of wanting more carbs. So let's try to limit those. Get plenty of fiber. That's going to bulk you up and help you feel full, or bulk your stomach up, not you, and help you feel full so you aren't reaching for things that don't fall in line with your plan. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest. If you're not sleeping well, it is going to throw off your hunger hormones and make you feel like you're hungry when you're not. And it's going to induce that mindless grazing that we do all day. So making sure you are prioritizing your rest. It's going to lower stress response in the body, and it's going to keep those hunger hormones in check so that you're not eating all the things, okay? Mindful eating. Be mindful of, like, we know what it feels like when we're hungry, right? We'll get a headache, our stomach will rumble, we may even feel a little pain. That's true hunger. Sometimes we will be eating and we're not hungry, and we'll notice it. A lot of times you'll notice it and you're like, why am I eating this? So if you slow down and you practice mindful eating when you are eating, it gives your body, first of all, time, your stomach time to signal to your brain that, hey, I'm getting close to full. We want to be shooting for 80% fullness, right? Satiety, satisfaction, not so full that we can't breathe. And now we have what people like to call the itis. That's not a goal. Your body should not feel like that. Your food should not make your body feel like that. So let's shoot for satiety, satisfaction, and not being full or overstuffed, right? Alcohol, don't drink your calories. Yes, holiday parties are fun and you want to indulge and you want to enjoy yourself. Have water in between those alcoholic beverages, but don't drink your calories. Minimize your alcohol intake. If you're going to a party, plan to enjoy the parties, right? So you want to have your treats at the party and 1 or 2 other days. The holiday is a day. It's not a string of days, so that is not free for all, right? It's just going to make you feel bad, sick, lethargic, and bloated. Let's not do that. We're going to eat at the party, have 1 to 2 small meals before you go, consisting of nice, healthy protein and non-starchy veggies or beans, and you'll get plenty of fat at the party. Don't go hungry. If you go hungry, it's like going to the grocery store hungry, right? Everything looks good. And if you're having cake, opt for the middle piece so you get less frosting. You save a ton of fat and calories that way. Let me see. What else do I want to leave you with? Are there any questions? I'm going to check the chat and see if there are. And that way I can answer that while you have me. Be active with your friends and family, right? The whole point in the holidays, or one of the points of the holidays, is to be with the people you love. So do that. Focus on the people, not the plate, right? I say that all the time. It's actually one of my party tips. Focus on the people. Have a foot race with a niece or nephew that you haven't seen in a while. Engage with your friends and family. Engage with your loved ones. Ask them questions. And don't have this conversation next to the food table, right? Because if you're standing right at the food table, you're going to be reaching and munching mindlessly, and you won't even be able to recall most of what you ate because you aren't thinking about it. So take that conversation into another room and really engage with that person. Focus on the people, not the plate. If you're hosting, send all of the carbs, the non-healthy carbs, home with your friends and family. I like to give all the stuff that I would rather not have at home because I'll eat it. Like, if you know that about yourself, be proactive, give it away, right? So I give it to my kids, right? They're younger. They can burn it faster than my 47-year-old body can. So I give them all the desserts, all the rolls, all the mashed potatoes, the dressing. They get to take all that goodness home. I keep the veggies and the lean protein. I still give them some of it. They get some of the greens. But for the most part, I keep the veggies and the proteins. What else? Plan ahead. You know it's coming, right? Just take 5 or 10 minutes to plan ahead. Plan your meals. Stick to your plan. If you can't do a full normal length of time workout, do a shorter one. Do a 30-minute HIIT workout 3 days this week, right? Make sure you're getting your water. Plan your meals. Prioritize lean proteins, right? Over carbs. You're going to need some healthy carbs for energy, but all the cakes and cookies and ho-hos and ring-dings, as my husband likes to call them, we don't need those, right? You can have some, but don't don't overindulge because it's just going to leave you tired and lethargic and feeling bloated and sick. That's all I've got for you, right? But you know, I have way more tips and tricks for you. They just won't fit in this live unless you want to be here for 45 minutes. So, what I've done for you is put together a nice hack the holidays. Well, it's hack your hormones for holidays, right? So you don't gain weight. It's a no gain holiday guide. And it's got all the tips on things you can do, workouts you can do, ways to cut 100 calories. I'll put recipes in there. There are all the things. There's even a portions guide, right? So you know what's a portion. Some of us have no clue what an actual portion is. And it is eye-opening, and it will help you stick to portion sizes that are conducive to your goals, the way you want to feel, and the way you want to age for longevity. This time of year, you should be focused on your family and enjoying your loved ones, and it's going to give you the energy and the mood, right? Some of those foods will suck your energy so bad that it's going to put you in a pretty, because I can't talk, mood. When you come down from a sugar high and you crash, typically you're going to be grumpy. And that's no fun for anybody. Nobody wants to be around the grumpy ant. So let's take control of our health and our lives this holiday season. If you want the Hack Your Hormones for the holidays guide, so you have all the tips and tricks so that you don't gain, but you are able to have fun and engage with your friends and family, just drop me a line below this and I will get that over to you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You know how to reach me. Shoot me a message on Messenger. Drop me a line below, and I will get that over to you or answer any questions you have. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and remember to engage and be with your loved ones because we don't know how long the person sitting next to us will be around. So cherish them and spend time with them. That's all I've got for you now. See you next time. Ciao.